Hi everybody, this is Angelica. How are you doing today? Today's video is going to be about being very discerning with spiritual information. And I want to talk about this because this has come up a few times, maybe even more in the recent past, where people really want answers to a lot of their questions because they're awakening spiritually and they're not quite sure what kind of information to listen to or to believe in. So I know that when you're in the beginning stages of a spiritual awakening and you don't know what's going on, you're out there looking and searching for people that know or have answers to what you're going through. Well, I've kind of browsed around some of the spiritual information, especially when I was, a couple years back when I was still at the end of like coming out of, some really difficult times with my spiritual awakening where I was really questioning a lot of things and needing answers. And to tell you the truth, now looking back upon that, a lot of that information wasn't relevant to me. It kind of helped me through like the day, but it didn't really give me real answers to what I was going through. Because you can only find those answers from tuning into your own inner guidance and recognizing that you hold all the knowledge that you're seeking already. The problem is, I think, is that people don't have a lot of people to talk to about this, awakening process, because the people that you are around or associate with or your family or whoever doesn't get it. They don't understand you. And so you don't have anybody to talk to. And when you're going through painful emotions and painful feelings, you're very vulnerable. And you just want to get through it. You want it to end, and you want to be in a situation where you are feeling better and really able to help, the world in some way through your mission, through your life purpose. So how can you tell if information is true or not? Well, one of the biggest ways to find out if information is true or not is the person speaking about these things from their own experience. And even if they are speaking from their own experience, that could be their own experience. That could be their truth, because everybody has a different, slightly different truth. Actually, sometimes way different truths. But is a person trying to tell you information and tell you this is the way, this is what's going on, you should get freaked out about this? I'll just tell you how I judge information. I get really quiet within myself. I don't need to do this whole process, but I'm trying to give you some helpful tips in case you're really trying to figure out what's going on. Now I just can tell if something's true or not. Actually, I don't even look at other places for information normally. Sometimes I will look up information, yes, but for other things, not when it comes to my own spiritual awakening journey, because that is its own thing all in itself. But if you want information to see where you're at and what you're going through and what you might expect through this situation, so you just don't think it's an ever-going thing and it's never going to end, you want to make sure that the person talking has gone through these experiences too. I feel in being a teacher, you need to have some kind of relationship with the knowledge that you're teaching, with the information that you're giving others. Can you teach information if you've never had any experience with it? Possibly, but I don't feel like you can in an authentic way. So first of all, really try to ask yourself, does this person have experience with this? And then even if the person does, listen to the information. Maybe some of it will be true for you. Maybe some of it won't be true for you, because everybody's experience and situation is going to be different. Especially if you're going through a spiritual awakening, like the symptoms, the signs, the length of time, all those things are all going to be rapidly changing up and down. The time is going to be different. It just all depends on your own inner process, how you're moving along with information, how you are progressing on your path, and also what your higher self and the universe has planned for you. So we're all on our own different paths. Nobody's path can be the same. But I think information is helpful to people when you can comfort people and let them know that what they're going through is normal, especially when the spiritual awakening thing is so abnormal in our regular society. It's good to know that you can comfort people and letting them know that this is happening and it's quote unquote normal now, and you will get through it, and there's a purpose to it. So that's why I think the spiritual knowledge is important, and it's good to be able to find out what's going on and maybe have somebody understand where you're at. But as far as listening to someone and them saying this is how it goes, now I do that sometimes, but if I do that, I apologize. But I do it because this is how it has gone for me, is what I really want to say. This is the things that I've experienced, and I'm hoping through relaying my own personal journey and my own experiences that you will feel better going through your own experiences. That's at the core of my heart, and that is what I'm trying to do. So if you come across people online that don't have that vibration, you'll sometimes not be able to tell, because these people know how to invoke emotions in you to get you to listen to them or to believe information that they're coming out with. It's not all true. You need to go within yourself, become peaceful, like I was saying before, kind of go into a meditation. Ask yourself if the information that you've been pondering, contemplating, is true for you. Believe me, your heart knows when things are true and when they're not. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, you are sensitive, you are in tune, you are telepathic, you have all these abilities now. Some of them you may not believe that you have, and that's the stumbling block. That's where you feel like you don't know because you feel so uneasy right now about what's going on. What you'll come to find is that you have all these skills and abilities within you, and you can access them whenever you want. So really listening to your heart and really listening to your own, feeling. It's more about a feeling, and that's the gift of being a spiritually aware person, is that you have a really good feeling sense. You can feel when information is right or wrong. And does it feel light? Is it coming from a light, loving, happy place? Or not even necessarily happy, but does it feel good? Or does it feel heavy? You feel unsure? You feel scared when you hear the information? Or maybe not even any of those things. Maybe just a little more confused than you were before. maybe you'll feel darkness. I mean, there's a lot of weird information out there, and I just don't want you guys to get confused and think that all these things are happening that aren't. Just trying to stay in the moment, deal with what you're going through currently, and all the answers will come. All the answers that you're seeking now, you will realize you already have within you. You have all the information from out there, all the other dimensions, all the universes, all the people, all that information is already within you. And so you are just going through a process right now where you're uncovering that. You're letting go of the blocks, of the resistance that you hold within you that's saying that you don't know this information. So it's basically reprogramming yourself in an entirely different way, in a spiritual way, to really trust yourself. And through this YouTube channel that I'm doing and through the work that I'm doing currently, I'm just really trying to kind of be there and understand, to say, I'm with you. I've been through it too. I currently am going through it. I always will be, as long as we're here in human bodies and really trying to make changes on the earth. And this Kundalini energy, if you want to call it that, as long as the spiritual energy is moving through your body, you'll constantly be going through new growth phases, new changes, new ways of being, going higher and higher. It will get easier for you, though, even though you still will be kind of, you know, always shedding your skin and becoming new. The initial stage of like just becoming aware and awakening and it being like, whoa, this is so much information, that will begin to settle. You'll begin to heal a lot of your inner pain. You'll come to terms with, you know, what's going on within you and how you can be a more productive being in the world, and how we can finally shift the earth into a more beautiful place. It's already beautiful, but people really need to go within, take a look at what's going on within them, and shift themselves into a more enlightened version of themselves, which we were already meant to become that, and we already are that. We just kind of got to, you know, shed the layers to get to the core, the essence. So I hope this video was helpful. Please leave comments below, and thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.